Welcome to Writing Rule with Allie. I'm Allie, and this is episode number 2, Lean-to Survival Shelters. For the first week of this podcast, there will be a new episode out every single day, followed by every Monday after that. Lean-tos are one of the oldest types of shelters. They're usually made to fit 1 to 2 adults. One side should be roughly a 45-degree angle from the top to the bottom, while the other side is most commonly left open. Very often, a fire will be placed directly in front of the opening. This keeps the occupant warm, but also helps to scare off wild animals at night. The frame is traditionally made of wood, but in a post-apocalyptic world, they could make it with other materials, such as metals and plastic and other debris. An example would be that if there was a tornado and you found a bookcase in the woods. Yes, random bookcase in the woods. You could use it as a lean-to. Perhaps more than one would be needed. The wood is tied together with rope or plant materials such as cattails, reeds, willows, and other pliable materials. Post-apocalyptic characters might also use scraps of cloth, dental floss, or even phone charger wires. Historically, the frames were covered with moss, leaves, or other materials. They were placed in thick layers 4 or more feet to insulate them from the rain, snow, ice, winds, cold, and other elements. The slope keeps the water flowing away from the character and keeps the weight from building up in snow and ice and risking a collapse of the lean-to. Also, the slope helps protect against the wind and should face so that the wind blows over the shelter and not into it. Nowadays, people place tarps over the frame and moss or leaves over the tarp for extra insulation. Remember, your character will need to add leaves, possibly branches or other things of this nature to the floor of the lean-to. This is to retain heat by staying off of the ground. However, your character does not want wet leaves under them. This will only cause them to lose heat faster. Making a lean-to can be easy for some people and hard for others. It's best to have known and practiced the skill before needing it, but it can be done for a first time in a need-to situation. However, the first time is likely to have a few issues, such as a sagging roof, the frame slipping if it was not put together correctly, the ropes being too loose. Also, the amount of insulation is usually underestimated the first few times that someone makes them. Fun fact! Most of today's building add-ons are designed off the structure of a lean-to shelter. Now for everyone's favorite part, what could possibly go wrong? Well, let me tell you. Likely to go wrong? Your character did not put enough leaves and other things on for insulation, and now the lean-to leaks when it rains. Also likely to go wrong? Your character was not paying attention and placed wet leaves inside of the lean-to. Being damp can lead to hypothermia in the wrong conditions. Also, no one wants to sleep in wet clothes. Also likely, you could get guests, including, but not limited to, snakes, spiders, bugs of all kinds, and mosquitoes. Possible to go wrong? Sometimes the wind just changes directions. Where the wind was going over your character's shelter before would be blowing right into it later. This could be both cold and cause the shelter to be torn up. Also possible to go wrong, the wind blows the smoke into the lean-to. Unlikely to go wrong, it is possible, but unlikely, that a bear, wolf, coyote, or other predator will tear through the back of the shelter. Also unlikely, the weight of snow or ice on the lean-to will cause it to collapse. Improbable, but technically still within the realm of possibilities. Your character could catch the lean-to on fire by placing the fire too close. Or something could pop out of the fire, such as an ember, and set the entire lean-to on fire with your character inside. Thanks for listening. To get the show notes, or if you want to learn more about the subject, you can find helpful links on my website, alliehart.com. That's ALLEYHART.com. Please subscribe and follow for more episodes. A new episode will be out every Monday. Until then, happy wordsmithing.